Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Abby. For today's video, I am showing you how to create this look, this bridal look, perfect for any wedding, whether you're bridesmaids or the bride, anybody. I think it's just a beautiful, timeless look that will look good when you look back at your pictures for years and years. It's not like a super complicated look, but it's something you definitely want to just take your time with and really just, yeah, enjoy the process and take your time. So yeah, if you want to see how to create this look, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I'm so excited for today's look. We are going to be using the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia. You guys know I love this palette, and I think it is literally the perfect palette to use on a wedding day, whether you're the bride, the bridesmaids, mother of the bride, anybody. Some of the neutral colors are just so perfect. So this is the palette if you haven't seen it before. Obviously I would stay away from like the pinks and stuff, but the rest of the colors are just gorgeous. Even if you're gonna have like a winter wedding or something, using this red ochre would be like really pretty. But there's just some really good neutrals that are good for any time of the year wedding. And so yeah, I'm gonna be showing you a really beautiful kind of classic makeup look that's gonna be perfect whether you're the bride or bridesmaids. Gonna be similar to the look that I wore on my wedding day, and I'm probably gonna wear this look for a wedding that I'm in next week, because it's just beautiful. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it. So I'm gonna be starting off with the shade Golden Ochre, which is this one right here. It's just a really pretty neutral transition color. Has a little bit of a yellowy, just warm undertone. I'm just going to start that in the crease. Let me just zoom you guys in a little bit. And I'm using the MAC 217 blending brush, or just 217 brush. I love this brush so much, and I use it for every makeup look ever. Okay, so next I'm going to be dipping into the shade Warm Taupe, which is kind of a cooler brown taupe color. And I'm just going to be packing that on in the crease as well. Just kind of building that up and kind of keeping it on the outer V. You can bring it in a little bit, but mostly focusing it on the outer V. And I would recommend doing eyes first on your makeup day, even if you're not doing a super heavy look or anything. Just in case there is any fallout, it's always easier to clean it up before foundation. If you're doing airbrush, then maybe doing that first before eye makeup, but just then putting some translucent powder under your eyes, just so if you do have fallout, you can easily sweep it away. But if you're using mineral makeup or just like regular, everyday makeup, I would probably recommend doing eyes first. And I'm going to be kind of taking it out a little bit, and then we'll be cleaning it up towards the end. But I'm going to want kind of a sharper edge, but you could totally do it where it's a little softer and you don't bring it out as much. Okay, so the last shade we're going to be taking for this portion is going to be this shade Cypress Umber, which is this dark brown color, and it's just like the perfect brown. It's beautiful, just to really deepen up that crease. And honestly, I think this can work on anybody without making it look super dramatic or anything. You can still keep it very soft and elegant and timeless. I'm just going to be packing that on instead of sweeping it on. And just for this shade, I'm really focusing on the outer corner because I don't want it to be too dark over the whole lid. So I'm just really focusing it on that outer part. And then I'm going to flip my brush over and then blend the product in. And I would definitely just keep a makeup wipe on hand just in case you have like any mess ups or oopsies. Okay, well, my camera just cut off. So, but what I was saying is if you're going to be doing your own makeup, I would definitely recommend practicing a ton, because you just don't want to have that pressure of like messing it up on your wedding day, and definitely allow more time than you think on the day of, just in case there is any mishaps or something goes wrong. You just want to have time to fix whatever might happen. So yeah, but personally I didn't do my own makeup, even though I love doing makeup. I just didn't want that pressure. I just wanted to be able to relax on my wedding day, so I did choose to have someone else do my makeup. But if you don't have if your budget's too tight to have like a makeup artist, or if you just prefer to do your makeup yourself, definitely practice a ton and get products that you know will work on your face, then that'll last all day. So I'm just going to take a clean blending brush and blend everything out. So next I'm going to take this little fluffy brush from Morphe, and I'm going to grab the shade Tempera, which is this more matte cream shade. I'm just going to highlight my brow bone with that. Like in the camera it looks like there's this huge gap right here, but I feel like it doesn't look that way in person. It's so weird. Okay, so next I'm taking a more flat brush. I'm just going to spray a little bit of Fix Plus on it. And then we're going to go into the shade Vermeer, which is this beautiful kind of pearl shimmery shade. Ooh, you can see that right there. And we're going to be putting that on the lid, and I absolutely love this shade. I think it is perfect for a wedding makeup look. And if you don't want the shimmer as intense, you can always just skip the spraying part, skip spraying your brush. And just taking that blending brush again. And then taking my MAC brush again to pick up a little more of the warm taupe shade. And kind of help put that right there, just kind of help transition from the dark to the light shimmery shade. Okay, so now taking that makeup wipe, I'm going to clean up the edges a little bit. Okay, and then we are going to be doing some liner. I'm not going to be doing winged liner in this video, but if you love winged liner, you could definitely do that. I actually did a small wing for my wedding day, but for the sake of this video, because I feel like a lot of brides do like a more natural look, and a wing is definitely not that natural, but doing a thin of liner is really nice and can help if you're going to do false lashes or anything. It can just really help make your lash line look a lot thicker. So I'm using the Blinc Ultra Liquid Thin Liner pen, and I love this stuff so much. Yeah, it's really easy to apply and it stays on forever. Like, I swear by this one. So we're going to go ahead and curl our lashes and put some mascara on, and then we will do falsies more at the end. But I want to go ahead and do mascara. And I am using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I would probably honestly recommend using waterproof mascara for the day of, because if it's hot and you're outside, it could smudge, or if you're crying, which, let's be real, you're probably going to cry on your wedding day at some point, you just don't want mascara running. So I would recommend waterproof for your wedding day. Even if it is a pain to get off, like, you don't want mascara, you don't want raccoon eyes on your wedding day. So yeah, I would definitely wear waterproof mascara. So for primer, we're going to be using the Porefessionals Pore Primer from Benefit. This is a really good primer, especially if you're more oily. And I would definitely recommend using a more mattifying primer, just because you don't want to get oily or anything. And if you want more glowy, like, you can always add like highlighter and like a dewy setting spray or anything like that, or even using a more dewy foundation. But for primer, I would definitely recommend using something more mattifying, especially at least in the T-zone. You could always use a more like glowy primer or like priming oil like on your cheeks and stuff, but for your T-zone, I would definitely use something mattifying. Okay, well that sits in. I'm going to mix up my foundation. So two that I really recommend that are drugstore, really affordable, is the Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation, which we all know is amazing. And then the other one is one that I just discovered, that some makeup artist recommended to me, is the Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Foundation. This one is a little more mattifying, I'd say, but it still doesn't look super matte. But this stuff is really good too. So, oh, and yeah, this is Maybelline. Okay, so yeah, both Maybelline, both amazing. I'm going to be mixing the two today because I think the Maybelline's going to be just a little bit dark and / I'm almost out, and then this one's a little too light on its own. So I'm going to mix a little bit. And then I'm just going to be taking my Eco Tools foundation brush and just applying that everywhere. And you want to make sure to have it blended down the neck. And then I'm going to be taking my Eco Tools Beauty Blender, or sorry, this is Real Techniques, and just blending it out. I like to work in doing layers when I use a blending sponge or a beauty blender, because I feel like it just goes on a little better that way, and then you can build up the coverage without looking so cakey. So I still have more on the back of my hand that I will add, because this isn't going to like cover my whole face, and it's a pretty thin layer. And I would want more coverage. But if you have perfect skin, unlike me, then you might just need like a thin layer, and you might not want a super full coverage. So you can kind of play with it and see. Start with a thin layer, and then you can kind of just build it up to what you like. And you just really want to take your time blending everything out. You definitely don't want to be in a rush when you're doing your wedding makeup. So next we're going to be taking the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. And I think this is necessary for, I mean, I wear it every day, but especially for wedding makeup. It's just going to really help brighten up your eyes. Also, I didn't mention this, but using a good, you want to make sure you're using some good skincare products, especially before you apply your makeup. So like using an under eye cream, or just eye cream, a good moisturizer, so your skin can look healthy and not like dull or anything, or dehydrated. So today I used the Ole Henriksen Banana Brightening Eye Cream, and it is amazing. It really helps diminish the appearance of your dark circles, and then paired with this brightening cream, it's going to really help if you have dark circles like me. And then I also used the PCA Clear Skin Moisturizer, and then sunscreen as well. And I use a tinted sunscreen, and I think that is a really, I would use a tinted sunscreen, especially on the day of your makeup, because you don't want to worry about having flashback. Even though it would be under your makeup, you just to be safe, I would use a tinted moisturizer, or a tinted sunscreen. So then next, going in with the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. I've really been loving this stuff. I can't remember if I mentioned it in my last video. But yeah, I've really been loving it. I think it is definitely comparable to Tarte's Shape Tape, but a lot cheaper, so I like that. Definitely way better than the Urban Decay Naked Skin. You guys know I didn't really like that much, and I did run out of it, so I'm not repurchasing that again. Just taking that same sponge and blending everything out. Okay, so now I'm gonna set under my eyes real quick. I'm not gonna bake because baking just dries them out too much. I'm just gonna do a little bit of translucent powder, and I finally got my hands on the Perfect Peach palette, or not palette, mattifying loose setting powder, and it does smell amazing. So I'm just gonna put a little bit under my eyes, but I am going to be taking my Laura Mercier powder to set my nose though. I just like to be extra careful with extra cautious with my nose, because I feel like that's where I tend to crease most often as of late. So I just like to put a little bit there and let it sit while I do the rest of my face makeup. Now we are going to be using a cream contour. I just got this one and I'm in love with it. I think cream contours are really nice and they last long, and then you can set them with a powder contour and it's going to last even longer. So that's what we're going to be doing today, because I just feel like that's going to be the best option. So just kind of starting it by this part of your ear and just doing kind of a thick line. I'm just going to a little bit there. I'm actually going to do a little bit on my nose as well, so we're going to sweep away that powder real quick. And the brush that I've been finding that works really well is this Morphe stippling brush. Looks like this, and I just like to blend up. I'll blend it back a little bit. Okay, so going in with my Hoola bronzer now, I'm just going to set that. I'm just taking some Peach Perfect setting powder. I'm going to bake under there. And then for blush, I'm going to be using the Nars Orgasm blush. It's just such a pretty pink and soft color. I'm just going to be using a little bit. I don't want too much. You want to probably do a little more than you typically would, just so it kind of shows up for pictures and stuff. But I'm still not going to go too crazy, just because I do have more contour and stuff, and especially for the summer, I think more of like that bronzy, focusing on the contour and bronzer, it's really pretty. But if you're going to have more of like a winter wedding, you might want to focus more like on blush instead of bronzer. And then for highlighter, I'm going to be using the Amrezy highlighter from Anastasia. It's just the most perfect highlighter ever. If you want a really soft highlight, you can just go straight in with a dry brush and just do a little bit. I want a little bit more of a glow, so I'm going to spray my brush. Go in. And I feel like with most highlighters, they're pretty buildable, so when you first put them, they're not going to be super pigmented, but you can really build them up to however intense you like. Okay, so just picking up some of my Golden Glow powder, I'm going to sweep away the bake. Taking my beauty blender, I'm going to just blend everything out just so it's not too harsh. Okay, so we're just going to go... So we're going to go ahead and finish up the eyes now. For lashes, I'm going to be using the Demi Wispy lashes. I think these are beautiful for a wedding because they give you more kind of volume to your lashes, but they're not going to add a ton of length, but they just make your lashes look gorgeous. Or also if you have lash extensions, that's what I actually had for my wedding. Those are beautiful too. So I'm going to put these lashes on real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I have my lashes on and I think they look really pretty. They're just super nice and fluttery. so they're perfect. So we're going to go ahead and finish up with the eyes. Just taking my small little Morphe brush. I'm going to be using the same shades that I did on my lid. Starting with the Mercier and popping that in the inner corner. And then popping on some mascara. And for lips, I would recommend keeping it pretty simple and neutral, especially if you're going to do a more neutral eye makeup look. The one that I'm going to be using, this is the one I wore on my makeup day, or my wedding day. And it is the NYX retractable lip liner in Nude. I have mentioned this in my videos multiple times. It's one of my favorite things ever. I think it was my yearly favorites too for 2017. But this is amazing because it's going to stay on your lips really long and it doesn't feel dry like a lot of liquid lipsticks do. And it's just super easy to apply. And so, yeah, I wouldn't recommend using a gloss probably just because you're going to touch up so much with that. So I definitely recommend using like a lip pencil, or if you have a liquid lipstick that you really love, something like that. So I'm just going to be popping this on. Now just time to set everything. I'm using the Too Faced Hanover RX 3-in-1 setting spray. Alright, so that is the completed look. I really hope you guys enjoyed it and found this helpful. If you are getting married or are in a wedding and you recreate it, let me know. I'd love to hear about it or see them. That is everything for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on future videos. And I believe that's everything, so I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye guys.
Louisiana shit. Murder on the beat. Something for y'all to cut up.